Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to share with you guys this cover that arrived in the post the other day, which is from ChicSparrow. So yeah, sorry, I was just staring at the bag. So I'm actually just gonna open it and like just talk to you guys through it. Not gonna lie, this is actually the first time I'm really looking at it per se. Like, I did look at it when it first arrived in the post. However, I've just been so busy and tired lately that I just haven't had a chance to, when you get a new cover, you sit down and you really examine it closely and like, start playing around with it a little bit. This hasn't been the case for me. And it's not because I wasn't excited. It has been a while, I will say, since I ordered it. However, it's not because I wasn't excited. It was just because life in general. So anyways, so this is the cover. It's from the Austin line, which is a popular line for them, and it's the Dashwood. So, which is their latest one. I think it came out either at the end of last year or early this year. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember anymore. But I remember when it came out, it was the color that struck me. Like it just looks so unique, so gorgeous, and I really sat on it for a long time actually. Like I think some people who know me on Instagram know that I like every now and then I'll post about it and be like, oh, someone talked me out of it. It's it's so pretty, but like, do we really need another cover right now? So it sort of went back and forth, and finally I decided to buy it. So this isn't my first Austin, I will say. So I did have the Austin Darcy, which is their most popular cover, I think. It's how I knew ChicSparrow back then. I knew that it was the Austin Darcy, that's the one that everyone talked about. So I did own it. And then I destashed it actually. It was a standard. And the reason being that, like I had all these covers. I didn't use it as much as my other covers. So, I mean, it was a lovely cover. It was a lovely leather, very durable, but there were other leathers that I liked more, so yeah, so off that went, and then now I was debating about this one, so here we are. Eventually I got it. It is a B6 size, so since this year I've been using B6 quite a bit, so it's nice to have it in a traveler's notebook format. This is the second one I have in this actual format with the elastic. Another cover that I have from Eternal Leather Goods is also like that classic basic traveler's notebook. But yeah, so it's so nice to finally have this in person, and in person it's just as interesting as when I first saw it on the website. Sorry, now I'm also sort of lost in thought. It is a little lighter than what I saw on the website and from the few photos that I saw. Yeah, so that's the other thing too. Like when I look up for Austin Dashwood either on Instagram or YouTube, because you want to see how what other people think about it, or how they're using it, or how it looks like in different light, and like didn't find that much on it. So like it kind of made me think like, okay, maybe it's not as popular as the other covers, which I understand it's not a neutral per se, but like yeah, so I mean it is a little lighter in person than it is from the website and from some of the photos that I saw. I think some of the other YouTube videos did show it to be a little lighter, but again, it seemed to be dependent on like what hide you got, kind of, and I guess the finishing would then affect it. So yeah, but it's still this gorgeous like teal, I guess you would say. It's like a green, how do I describe it? It reminds me of the J Urban ink. If you guys use fountain pens, the J Urban ink Vert Gris. So it's like a greenish gray, but it's also kind of teal, if that makes sense. But there's a bit of a pattern on the cover. I don't know if the light is just bouncing it off or if the video is actually capturing that sort of like misty nuance that's going on. It makes it very interesting actually. And like the Darcy, yes, the Austin. I mean, all the Austins would be like the Darcy, I guess. It is very like sturdy, like it feels durable. I feel like I could throw this around and I wouldn't have to worry about it. It would scratch. My Darcy did scratch, but yeah, it feels very durable. Even inside feels quite strong, quite tough. It is a cascade style, so there are pockets here, but yeah, no, it is gorgeous though. It's a gorgeous color. Yeah. Again, like I haven't really had a chance to like just sit and sort of look at it really carefully, so this is the time that I'm doing it. What I will do, however, is a couple weeks ago I did get the Bahari from Mansoura Atelier, so I actually just wanted to do a little comparison, and I will say it's quite close, isn't it? This one's more matte than this one. The Austin is much shinier. It does have that sort of like polished finish, whereas the Bahari is more matted. I know under certain light it might seem like it is also quite shiny, but sort of like that slippery finish, but it's not. But yeah, I mean, the color is just so similar. So I mean, clearly I'm in some sort of teal trend right now that all my covers are matching, sort of like catching up with my inks. A lot of my inks are teal colored right now. So but yeah, just for a comparison, I tend to go, I think I mentioned this in another video, but I tend to go for more neutrals for my traveler's notebook covers. So I really don't have any other covers to compare to that I actually have out right now. Even thinking in terms of texture, maybe the closest might be maybe the Kawa from Mansoura Atelier. One moment. So this one's got quite a polished finish as well. So I mean, fairly similar, but again, this leather has more text, like just in terms of visual texture. Again, I don't know how much of the camera is catching it. I think I'm getting some of it, but then this one's pretty even all the way through. So I guess that would be the closest comparison, or maybe the Young Poet. Again, majority of the covers I'm using right now are all from Mansoura Atelier. So apologies if you're looking for another cover. I honestly, the only other cover I have out is a Traveler's Notebook, and that one is just completely different altogether. So from Traveler's Company, I should say. So yeah, again, fairly similar in terms of like shiny finish per se, but definitely definitely the color of the Bahari and the Dashwood are fairly close. I would say this Dashwood is actually a little lighter, I think, now that I'm looking at it a little more closely. I've had this for what, a couple weeks now, maybe a month. So yeah, I would say the Dashwood is actually a little lighter. That's quite interesting. Yeah. So yeah, there's that comparison. I got the one with the, I think all of them come with 4 strings now. It's not even much of a question. So yeah, pockets. So I don't have anything for the pockets right now. That'll probably be a little reel that I'll post up later on as to how I populate that. But now let's get into some inserts. So I do have this one. I did start writing some notes here a while ago, just notes from like nonfiction books that I've been reading. That's not really something that I've been doing consistently, although I really want to, again, just for interest of time per se. But yeah, so definitely gonna insert that and see how that goes. So yeah, and then I do have a dashboard. This one I got from also from ChicSparrow, I believe. I do like that they do sell vinyl dashboards. And then the insert, the folder, I want to say it's a Spanish company from Etsy. Starts with a C, Candaneta, something like that. They do like vegan covers. I think that's where I got this folder insert. But they come in like different sizes, which is nice. So yeah, I just have some inserts here. Lots of paper. I think it's time to use some of this. But yeah, so that's that one. And then the other one that I want to try, although let's just try it with like a couple of inserts. So I'm gonna use this insert, which is a notebook from Art Gallery of Ontario. And then the last one will just be this Nolte. Again, I think I started writing some notes down and then I didn't. Lots of switching around, as you would imagine. And then, yeah, there we go. That's what it looks like when it's got 3 inserts in there. Oops, sorry, I'm off center, but yeah. Feels nice. Feels nice when there's no books in it. There we go. But my plans for this actually it's actually for next year, which is not as far as we think, but I mean, you know, you don't want to rush time, right? So I'm just gonna take these 2 out, and oh, did I move the camera? Sorry, I kind of hit the camera. I just want to make sure it's still centered. I have a fairly small table. But yeah, my plans actually for next year is to use this weekly vertical planner from Aura Estelle in conjunction with Annie Plans as my one of my planners next year. I'm trying to use the notebooks that are like in my stash, which is quite a lot. But yeah, like I bought this a couple years ago because I wanted to try it and then I never did. But anyways, just to flip it open, it is an undated planner. So you can see here it says this week. It's Monday to Sunday. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure it starts on Monday to Sunday, and it's a vertical. So it just goes all the way down. Looks like there's some blanks in between, I guess, just to separate the months. So like you would have your weekly and then you have little extra blank spaces to jot off whatever related to that month. And then at the front, you've got some blanks in terms of like for the calendar. So you could just populate that. And then, okay, I'm within good time. It's 2023 to 2026. And then some more blanks. And then we got like this overview here. Yeah, so you're getting a double flip through because I'm actually going through this as well. And then at the back, you just got some more blank pages for any more note taking and whatnot. So I do want to use this next year. Yeah, again, I usually go around with like at least 2 notebooks. Sorry, not 2 notebooks, but like 2 planners as I go along in the year. So I am planning to use this. Yeah, oh, sorry, this is like the information about it. So you got like your undated monthly calendar, your yearly overview. Oh, this is nice. And your weekly verticals. So I might have to refer to this again, just in terms of like how do I set it up and stuff. I mean, Mahobonichi is still my my go-to for 2025, and maybe I'll do another video actually just talking about like planners and stuff. But that is one of the intentions of how I'm going to be using this particular B6 next year. Personal journal, I still might continue with the B6 depending. I am enjoying it in my young poet, not to like steal the limelight from my ChicSparrow, but I guess just in terms of like plans and stuff. So but definitely, yeah, I do want to use this planner here next year. So again, 2 notebooks, looks good. I mean, not too chunky, fairly good size. Yeah, so I mean, that's how it's gonna roll. I will say, and this was a conversation I had long ago on my Instagram, but when I had the Austin Darcy, I did notice there was a very very strong smell to it. I don't know if it had to do with like the way that they finished. It wasn't leather. Like, it smelled really much stronger than that. It smelled like some kind of finish that was put on the leather per se. So it really took a long time for it to sort of go away. For this leather, I can still kind of smell it, but it's not as strong. Like, I really had to put it up against my nose, hence the silence. But I can still kind of smell it, but it's not as intense as the Darcy, or at least my Darcy. But again, at the time, I did talk to a couple people and they did have the same experience. I'm happy to know that, like, for this Dashwood cover, I'm not experiencing that same smell. So I'll have a more pleasant experience with it. Yes, as you can tell, I clearly have quite a complicated history with the ChicSparrow Austin. It's a beautiful cover, but yeah, I've clearly gone through the ringer with it. But anyways, it's gorgeous. Dashwood, I will say that. That's the bottom line. It's gorgeous. I'm glad I have this. I'm looking forward to using it. Especially in the new year. However, I will start using that other insert as well. So yeah, that's all I have to say about this, really. I will also note, did they change their bags again? Because this is not what it was last time. Not complaining, but I just noticed there was a difference this time around. So yeah, so this was my cover. I did buy a couple new dashboards as well, just for my other covers. And yeah, that's about it for me. If you have any questions about the cover, feel free to ask me. I noticed Dashwood isn't featured a lot in a lot of social media posts, so I'm more than happy to answer any questions you might have about it. If I'm able to compare it with any other covers, I'll try to. Like I said, I don't have very many covers in this color or close to, but again, we can talk about it in the comments. And yeah, until next time, bye.